Alright, Yake Suits Todd. Good morning, coming from my place to your place. Saka Tlingit name, my Tlingit name. Anyways, I got this blade. I posted a video just a minute ago of this one here. I double two-part epoxied it onto this handle, then clamped it and let it set up. Now I'm going to take this same twine and I'm going to start wrapping it, and so I'll just drop that down there because that's how you do it. Get some slack out a little bit, put my gloves on because I'm going to be putting some tension on this. So this video is going to take a little while because this is kind of a slow, tedious process. So I just kind of like start to wrap it around a little bit. And so with this, it's all about tension. So nice thing about having the two-part epoxy on there is that it's actually holding it, because I've done this many a times. Just holding onto the blade and doing it with just the rope. So I'm trying it with this way. I've clamped it down to the table, and so but oh well, I'll give it a try. So again, the trick is to keep tension on the rope as we tighten it up and wrap it around. So in my earlier video I mentioned that this blade's a reverse bevel, a reverse bend. The bevel's here on the bottom and the bend's right here. This was the flat hollow ground area. So this lends itself better for carving in dished areas. That's what it's designed for. And when it's with the blade like that, that means there's going to be less chatter. Because when you have a blade like this one, where you have the flat part on the bottom, when you're carving real tight circular radiuses, the blade will have a tendency to chatter. With this type of blade, it minimizes that. Makes it easier to carve, in other words. So the length of the blade, the shank goes down to here. You might be able to see the pencil mark, and that's how far I gotta take this wrap. Yep. And that's why I like using the gloves. This twine can dig into your skin pretty good when you're wrapping it and putting tension on the rope here, twine or whatever you want to call it. So so you can see how even just watching this process, like watching grass grow. But basically what I did is I took this wooden dowel and I cut an angle at it, on it, for the blade to sit on, and also kind of, instead of coming straight out, have it come up a little bit. Then I kind of rounded the edges here, so it's not, the rope's not going to be tying on to just a flat surface or a straight edge. And it also helps out because I have my hands down there too, working down here, so it's always kind of nice not to have any sharp edges of, you know, on the wood even. I kind of like it like this. And what do I mean by that? Having it, clamping it to the table here makes it easier for me to wrap this around, keep tension on it. So this same twine here, it has a little bit of, it stretches just a little bit, and just enough to where even when you're wrapping it around, it'll it gets, you stretch it out, and then you let it down or bring it down, and then I think it, what it, just my opinion is, then it helps to hold the, when you kind of relax it, then it wants to tighten back up on itself, and I think it helps hold the blade to the handle a lot better that way. Let's see, we got come up to there. Okay. So I'm kind of keeping an eye on where it's at, because I've got this little rope here that I'll put in through here so I can pull the end, and when you'll see when I get done, it's part of the finished wrap. So this is the second blade out of 3 that I made from up in when I went over to Steve Brown's last month. Made 3 hook knife blades and 2 adze blades, and so it was time to kind of, you know, they call it hafting the blade to the pin there. Let me keep a little tension there. And here's the third blade that I'll be setting into a handle. Not today, I just want to be able to use this one over here on the mask, and because as I was cleaning up some of those areas that are dished out, I noticed that this one will chatter, and it will do that, but this one should be a lot less chattering. I'm gonna find out, see how well I did on it. Okay, let's see here. So with this, I think I'm going to go ahead and kind of go like this. All right. So that little loop there is so I can pull the very end of this rope, this twine, after I get done finished taking it up to here. Then I should be able to take a piece of it and cut it off and then run it through the loop and then pull it through, and it'll pull it right on down, and that way it'll stay in place, and that's how it's done. So when I'm wrapping this around, I'm trying to keep the wraps right next to each other for obvious reasons, you know, as you can see it. Yeah, I'm getting closer. Yep, and I think what I'm going to do is that should work. Now I'll take this, cut off a section. So now I'm finishing up the end. So I'm going to take this and feed it right through this loop here. I guess I can go this way. And then you take this through the other side of the loop and pull it on through. And there you go. So I got the loop, and I'll put it in here and use it for another time. With that being said, I take this, come down to here, boom, cut it off. Now I'm gonna take this and and there it is. It's all hafted up. Now all I gotta do is clean it up, put an edge on it, take the dowel, cut it where I want it, and then I'm gonna start using it. All right. Yeah, Chookaneidee. Talk to you later.